When you've got a large amount of data and you want to identify patterns in it, affinity clustering is a useful tool. Affinity clustering is a visual way of organizing data into groups based on the natural relationships, commonalities, and patterns found within the larger body of information. Using this tool helps you identify patterns and themes across the data you're working with and supports synthesis of the issues and generation of insights to help you come up with design opportunities. Because it involves your whole team, it facilitates a shared understanding of the information you're working with and promotes generative discussion as you go through the process. Your source data for affinity clustering can come from a range of different places. Maybe it's observations from stakeholder research, like interview notes or contextual observations. It could be direct experience of existing products or systems, either your own or your competitors' offerings. Or it could be key points that you've gathered as part of secondary or desk research, market research, or competitive landscape analysis, for example. Whatever the data you're working with, affinity clustering is a collaborative process, so you'll need to gather your team together. Include anyone who has good knowledge of the data you're seeking to analyze or the context of the solution you're seeking. Together, write each data point on a sticky note so that it's easy to move around as you need. Then, as a team, review each data point and place them on a board, grouping similar ones together. Don't be afraid to reorganize the clusters as they form or to move data points around as you continue your review. Allow the clusters to shift before you finalize them. Name the clusters as you go along and use color and images to help you code them effectively. Suppose you're working with data about house cleaning products, for example. You might name one cluster Cleaning Ritual. If you find that a cluster is becoming too large, consider splitting it into subgroups. For example, that Cleaning Ritual cluster might be broken down into Cleaning Triggers and Cleaning Process subgroups. Either way, don't let the size of the clusters determine the importance you attribute to them. The fact that there are many data points about something doesn't necessarily mean that it has potential to be a real design opportunity. And a cluster with only a couple of data points might include a particularly important theme. When you've finished, review and discuss the clusters that you've created and agree on what the key themes and conclusions are. You'll likely find that the process has provided the basis for a new way of thinking about your data, and in turn, about how to address your opportunities.